Most people over 50 know the uneasy feeling of waking up with their feet cramping or their legs twitching like faulty wires. It's surprising how common nighttime cramps, stubborn fatigue, and that dragging weakness have become. Yet almost nobody realizes they often trace back to a single mineral quietly running low inside the body. This isn't one of those trendy nutrients that gets splashed across headlines. It's something far more essential, something your heart, muscles, brain, and energy engines depend on every minute: magnesium. What makes this issue sneaky is how it unfolds. You may chalk up stiffness, restless sleep, nagging anxiety, or afternoon crashes to getting older, when in fact your cells are quietly struggling due to a mineral shortage that almost 70% of adults in modern countries face. Today's soil contains less of it. Processed food removes what little remains. Stress, medications, alcohol, and sugar burn it away faster. And when magnesium dips, your entire system feels it. Think of your heart for a moment. It beats more than 100,000 times in a day. Every one of those contractions needs magnesium to help electrical impulses fire correctly. Your muscles rely on it to relax after tightening. Your nervous system uses it to keep signals calm and steady, not jittery or frantic. Even your sleep hormones depend on it to help your brain shift into a restful state. But here's the part that surprises almost everyone. Magnesium is also crucial for cellular energy production. Without it, your mitochondria, those tiny engines inside each cell, can't convert food into usable energy efficiently. That means you can eat a balanced diet, exercise, and still feel tired or weak. Your energy isn't the problem, your body can't unlock it. So why are older adults hit the hardest? Age naturally reduces absorption in the gut and increases loss through the kidneys. Add daily stress, lower appetite, certain prescriptions, and a lifetime of processed food, and the deficiency deepens year after year. What begins as mild tightness or trouble sleeping can slowly turn into constant stiffness, heart concerns, muscle weakness, or brain fog that creeps into everyday life. This transcript breaks down exactly how magnesium decline affects the body, why it has become so widespread, how common symptoms connect, and, most importantly, how to restore balance. The information is straightforward, but the impact is profound once you understand what your body has been trying to tell you. When magnesium starts slipping below healthy levels, the earliest clues often show up in your muscles. A lot of people describe it the same way: tightness that never fully releases, calves that twitch when you rest, or sudden nighttime cramps that shoot you out of bed. These sensations aren't random. Muscles rely on magnesium to help them relax after contracting. Without enough of it, they behave like a rope pulled too tight. They seize, spasm, or lock up at the worst possible moments. Another place where low magnesium leaves fingerprints is the heart. Every heartbeat is guided by electrical signals, tiny bursts of energy that need magnesium to stay stable. Too little and those signals can turn erratic. People begin noticing flutters, pounding sensations, or uneasy rhythms they can't quite explain. Doctors often run tests that come back normal, leaving people confused. The mineral imbalance behind it is rarely discussed, even though magnesium plays a central role in heart muscle relaxation and blood vessel flexibility. Sleep is another major casualty. Magnesium helps regulate GABA, a calming neurotransmitter that prepares your brain for rest. When levels drop, the body has trouble winding down. You may lie awake despite exhaustion, wake repeatedly, or feel stuck in shallow sleep instead of drifting into deep, restorative cycles. Many assume it's simply part of aging, but in reality, the brain's chemistry is struggling without the mineral that quiets nighttime tension. Mental well-being takes a hit too. Magnesium supports the hormones and neurological pathways that regulate stress responses. Low levels can trigger irritability, anxious feelings, and a sense of being on edge for no clear reason. Over time, this state becomes draining. You feel wired but tired, revved up internally yet unable to generate steady physical energy. Magnesium also affects metabolism. It acts as a cofactor in more than 300 biochemical reactions, including converting glucose into fuel at the cellular level. When magnesium dips, blood sugar management becomes less efficient. This doesn't make someone diabetic, but it does contribute to cravings, unstable energy, and that midday slump where the body feels weighed down. Finally, digestion is influenced as well. Magnesium helps regulate bowel movements by assisting the muscles of the digestive tract. When levels fall, constipation or digestive discomfort follow, adding another layer of strain on the body. All these issues often overlap, creating a cluster of symptoms that feel unrelated. But they share the same root, a mineral the body cannot function without. It's tempting to assume magnesium deficiency is rare, but the opposite is true. It's become incredibly common because of how drastically our environment, food systems, and habits have shifted over the past century. Older adults, especially, face a perfect storm that steadily lowers intake while increasing loss. Let's start with the food we rely on. Decades of industrial farming have stripped soil of its natural mineral content. Crops grown today contain far less magnesium than the same foods did generations ago. This means even if you're choosing vegetables, grains, and fruits, you may still be getting a fraction of what your body needs. Processed food only makes the gap wider. When whole ingredients are refined, the magnesium is removed, leaving behind calories without the minerals needed to process them. Then there's stress, the silent thief. Modern life keeps the nervous system in a near constant state of alertness. The body uses magnesium to regulate stress hormones, especially cortisol. Every stressful event, even something as small as traffic or work emails, pulls magnesium from your tissues. If the stress is daily, the drain is daily. Sugar and caffeine, two staples of modern diets, also burn through magnesium rapidly. Each time the body processes sugar, it uses magnesium. Caffeine increases urinary excretion of it. Alcohol and certain medications, including common ones for blood pressure, acid reflux, and diabetes, further reduce levels. Health conditions that become more common with age also play a role. Reduced stomach acid makes absorption harder. Kidney function shifts and lets more magnesium slip out. Appetite often decreases, so people eat less variety. Combined, it becomes nearly impossible to maintain adequate levels through food alone. What makes this even trickier is that early symptoms are subtle. A little tightness, some fatigue, minor sleep problems, all things we tend to shrug off. By the time symptoms intensify, deficiency has usually been building for years, sometimes decades. And here's the surprising part. Even people who try to supplement don't always get results. Many magnesium forms are poorly absorbed, pass through the body too quickly, or cause digestive discomfort. Without the right form, dosage, and timing, levels don't rise enough to correct symptoms. This transcript exposes these overlooked causes so you can understand why magnesium imbalance has become so widespread, not just because we consume less, but because our lifestyles actively deplete it. The body rarely stays silent when something essential is missing. Magnesium deficiency sends out signals, some subtle, some hard to ignore, long before it becomes severe. The challenge is recognizing them because many mimic ordinary aging or stress. Muscle symptoms are some of the most common. People feel knots in their shoulders, tight calves, twitching eyelids, or cramps that strike both day and night. This happens because magnesium allows muscle fibers to loosen after they contract. Without enough of it, those fibers stay clenched, creating tension that spreads across the body like a tightening net. Sleep disturbances reveal another layer. Magnesium helps regulate melatonin and relax the nervous system, preparing the brain for rest. Low levels create the opposite effect. Racing thoughts, restless legs, frequent waking, or light sleep that never reaches the deeper stages where recovery happens. Then there's energy. Even if you eat well and stay active, you can feel drained if your cells can't efficiently convert nutrients into usable fuel. Magnesium is needed for ADP production, the molecule your mitochondria generate to keep everything running. When magnesium runs low, it's like a power station missing a key component. You may wake tired, feel wiped in the afternoon, or rely heavily on caffeine just to keep going. Your heart and blood vessels also react. Magnesium helps regulate blood pressure, stabilize heartbeat rhythms, and support smooth muscle relaxation in vessel walls. Low levels can lead to heart flutters, uneven beats, or tension in the chest that comes and goes unpredictably. Many people report that tests show nothing wrong, yet the sensations persist, because the underlying issue is mineral-related, not structural. The nervous system becomes sensitive too. Magnesium supports calm, balanced brain function. Without it, irritability rises, stress responses intensify, and emotional resilience weakens. People report feeling overwhelmed more easily, losing patience, or experiencing unexplained anxiety. Digestive function may slow as well. Magnesium supports healthy bowel movement by relaxing intestinal muscles and drawing water into the stool. Deficiency often leads to constipation or irregular patterns. These symptoms don't always appear together. For some, only sleep suffers. For others, heart rhythm feels off or muscles stiffen. But when several symptoms overlap, magnesium deficiency becomes a likely, and often overlooked, cause. Rebuilding magnesium levels isn't just about taking a supplement. It's about giving your body the specific form and conditions it needs to absorb and use it correctly. Once you understand how deficiency develops, correcting it becomes far more straightforward. The first step is choosing the right type. Not all magnesium forms behave the same. Some, like magnesium oxide, pass through the body with very little absorption. Others, like citrate, help digestion but often cause loose stools if taken in higher amounts. The most effective forms for restoring cellular levels are chelated varieties like magnesium glycinate, malate, or threonate. These forms bind magnesium to amino acids or organic molecules, allowing it to move more easily into the bloodstream and tissues. Timing matters as well. Taking magnesium in the evening can support restful sleep and muscle relaxation. Splitting the dose, half earlier, half later, helps maintain steadier levels throughout the day. Hydration also improves absorption, especially when magnesium is paired with electrolytes like potassium and trace minerals. Diet can reinforce supplementation. Foods such as leafy greens, seeds, nuts, whole grains, and oily fish are natural sources, but eating them consistently makes the biggest difference. Even so, food alone rarely fully replenishes levels in older adults, especially those dealing with long-term depletion. Lifestyle changes play a supporting role. Reducing sugar, moderating caffeine, and managing stress all help prevent magnesium loss. Gentle movement, stretching, walking, or light strength exercises encourages muscles to relax more effectively once magnesium levels start to rise. Better sleep follows naturally as brain chemistry stabilizes. Most people begin noticing improvements within days to weeks. Fewer cramps, better sleep, calmer nerves, steadier heart rhythms, more energy, and clearer thinking. These changes aren't sudden or dramatic. They feel like returning to a version of yourself that had been slipping away unnoticed. The ultimate goal is maintaining magnesium long-term, not simply fixing a temporary dip. As you consistently replenish what stress, diet, and age have reduced, your body slowly rebuilds the reserves needed for strong muscles, restful sleep, steady heart function, balanced mood, and healthy energy production. This final section ties together the core message of your transcript, that magnesium isn't just another nutrient, it's a foundational element for aging well. When your body finally gets enough of it, the improvement touches nearly every part of your daily life.